So the episode opens with Kirk and Rafiqal Matter opening their new AliExpress outlet. Kirk gonna say, "This is it. You, Rashida, I expect a lot from you. Well, we expect nothing from you but Tay. So Rashida's been able to keep the chitlins in line at the restaurant while Kirk was away. However, her broke begging sister Booby wants to spend more time with her. And you know what, Rafiqal Matter? I say you let her. Kirk brought an extra mouth to feed, so can you. Rashida, Kirk don't deserve to go nowhere special unless you're taking him to the doctor to get that Adam's apple shaved down. That's more of an Adam watermelon. So Safari gonna try to do better with his marriage for 10 minutes. You should have stayed with Nikki. Erica, you should have known that Safari is mentally immature. You put too much responsibility on him. So no, he's not going to be the same carefree, fun-loving guy because you're responsible for this kid. Now he is too, and he don't want to be bothered. Now you enjoy mothering. He don't. He liked the idea of children. You see, you should have gotten him a baby think it over. Back when they gave those to girls in high school who thought they wanted to have a kid, they gave you that baby for a week, you was ready to give it back. You should have gotten him a baby think it over and let him have it for a weekend by himself. Child, you wouldn't have gotten pregnant. You wouldn't have gotten married. Erica, you really thought you would get a happily ever after with Safari? Girl, you stupid. Now, he's a good weekend. I could see thinking, oh, we're going to have a great long weekend together. We're going to have some fun. We're going to have some good times. I could see having a great 3-day weekend, maybe even 4. I wouldn't give his ass a week, though, because I know by day 4, I'm going to be like, okay, you getting on my nerves. You straight getting on my nerves. Erica gonna say, well, at least your mom, Safari, has time to be a grandmother. You know why your mom doesn't? Because she's raising your child. You're on baby number 3, not baby number 2. You forgot about your first child. I'm not surprised. Yandy got a skincare line. I guess she ain't selling them celebrity earrings no more. I'll say this about Yandy. She always keeps a hustle and a hustler. In Mendici. However, Mendices don't trust this heifer because she writing tell-all books and talking about CPS, Child Protective Services, and he's like, I just lost my kids for 8 years in prison. I'm not about to lose them to you. Yandy, when you getting this heifer out my house, let's get her own apartment. She grown. She want to be grown. She 18, she grown. She need to be on her own. Yandy said, okay, let's talk to Infinity about this. But you gonna be there for me, right? You're not gonna make me do all the talking. He said, I'm just here for support. You created this. I came home to another mouth to feed. That's on you, boo. That's on you. Across town, they decide to do the stupidest thing ever. Go on Lake Lanier for a party. Carly Red brings her Lurch, a.k.a. Lamar Odom. I mean, he's a big ugly, but he also is just kind of lurching along. I didn't think basketball was that hard on the body, but I guess the drugs are. However, Carly Red, why is your daughter trying to steal your man? What in the Mildred Pierce hell? You see, you ain't spend no time with the heifer, and now you got a Vita on your hands. A Vita. And then if you're going to try to steal a man from your mama, you going to steal a lurch like Lamar Odom? That's what you going to go for? He can't even pay for his kids' college. Pathetic. That's what I call a sorry excuse for a man. But really, Lake Lanier, y'all just are like, you know what, we made it through COVID. Let's try something else, just as deadly. Spice said, look, I'm cool with Carly, but she threw this party for herself. Lamar ain't got enough money to put cheese on a waffle. Sierra gonna say Yandy wrong for feeling like the peace is disturbed in her house. No, because this isn't like a 14-year-old or a 13-year-old saying that stuff where it's like, okay, girl, you really gonna write a tell-all, whatever. This is a grown woman with another grown man saying stuff like this, which is very threatening to the family. The guy said he was going to call CPS. These two are in cahoots. She's dating somebody much older who isn't good for her. No, that does disturb your peace, where it's like, okay, girl, you got to live your life. And whether natural, adopted, foster, what have you, when your kids get grown and get froggy, you got to let them jump on out the house. I ain't saying abandon them. Pay the rent. Help with the rent. Don't let them fall on their face. Realize I'm going to be paying for a minute. But No, you can't be here. I need some peace. And just because you here don't mean you ain't gonna do something stupid. You gotta give it up to God sometimes. You just gotta put their ass on the altar and know it's gonna be all right. And also, we all went through the same phase. Kylie Red's daughter gonna say what's Lamar's intentions for her mom? To stay on reality television and to keep trying to say, hey, Chloe, I'm still here. Honey, Chloe has moved on to a new cheater with more coin. And your mom's intention with Lamar is to stay relevant so she can stay on this show and I guess keep giving you money. Now, Spice, Shaggy, and Sean on a record, I want to hear that track. I feel like that would be a good shimmy. I actually like Spice on stage. Now, Spice gonna say, Carly, why you need a man? Just because you fall off a horse doesn't mean you don't get back on. Now, everybody's different. Some people need time to heal. Some people are like, the best way to get over a man is to get under another one. Also, we in our 40s. We ain't got no more time to waste. Like, her ass has already turned to cottage cheese. She's already got to put on 80 pounds of makeup to try to look somewhat human and not like the pigeon she is. So time has tuck. It's not a ticking, it's tuck. And it's like, okay, before, the body really starts to go, I'm going to get all the mileage out of this pussy I can. And I don't blame her. Ain't no sense in sitting around being sad. Besides, she also needs a man to be on this show. Otherwise, she ain't really got no plot line other than being the messy heifer she is. You have actual talent, so you can keep your relationships private. Her relationships are her plot line. That's why she's with Lurch. Lurch. But now Spice brings up how Mendice's embarrassed her by saying, if the shoe was on the other foot, I'd just leave you to rot in jail. How is this love and hip hop and that was the most off-key rendition of Happy Birthday I'd have never heard? But now we're across town with Rashida and her broke sister. Child, they call her Rashida, all three of them, the broke sister and the broke nieces, calling Rashida saying, oh, the money order got lost at the quick pay, can you send another one? But then they on Instagram flossing and buying back. Ooh, just sorry. Honey, I wouldn't spend good money on a barbecue for these fools. Family or no family, because blood ain't no thicker than water. So they squashed their little family beef, and I guess they gonna stop begging. And Rashida's really nice about it. She's like, I don't even care if you pay me back. Like, I don't mind helping. Just be honest with me and just call and check on me and just don't use me as an ATM. I like that about her. I respect her a bit more now. She's still Rashida. For her music. That's for her music, though. Oh. Is that the sound of two birds on a bench? Why, it's Carly and her daughter. And pigeons are just swimming with disease. So now Carly with Mo PPP loan makes sense because her first husband was into money laundering. You know what they say, a dog always returns to its vomit. Carly daughter ain't here for that pappy, but that pappy ain't here for that daughter. Carly daughter said, I love my mom, even though she's nutty. At least she know. So Safari's showing his mama around his rental. You can't afford that house. And you actually gave it to Erica in the divorce because you don't want to keep up the payments or the upkeep. Back at Yandy's house, Mendice said, okay, let's go have that talk with Infinity because I want that heifer out. You can see the glee and the glint in his eye. So Mendices tell the heifer, look, you gonna get an apartment, we gonna help you out a little bit, but you gonna pay your rent. You 19. If the heifer was in college, I'd be like, look, I got half on your rent. Focus on your studies. But if you just working, then work, heifer. You 19. I mean, how long are you expecting to stay there? Another year, you're gonna be 20, 21, 24. You just wanna live off them forever? That ain't healthy. No, you made some grown-ass mistakes, and now you got some grown-ass consequences. Production asked Mendice, is this Yandy's mess to clean up? He said, oh, hey, yeah. Well, that was the shit, so let's get to the next episode. I have a strong feeling this might be a filler episode, but we start with Spice and find out she couldn't put out an album for 10 years because of contract woes, but Sean Paul stepped in and fixed it. Infinity went back to her life in New York. She said, if I ain't moving in and being a happy part of the Smith family, I'm out. She was here for a check. So everybody's happy for Spice at this album release. We get to see her boyfriend, he cute. Actual love and hip hop on Love and Hip Hop. It only took a decade. So Omelet's mother is still being a butt and won't admit that she put that man before her daughter. But you know what? You don't need her. You really don't. We've seen what Mama D did for Scrappy. Well, actually, no. Mama D is interesting and funny in her own right and has actually kept Scrappy relevant. So let me rephrase that. Your mama ain't no Mama D. She just looks like her, but she's a complete burden. And you don't need any more burdens in this life. Omelet, don't you make me feel emotions in your first season. But she gonna meet with her mama again because she's like, that's what my father would want. And I'm like, oh, please let that mama act right. Even if you don't mean it, just apologize. Lord, can somebody be the frickin' adult? Across town at the axe throwing factory, we've got Safari, Jock, and I don't know who this is, nor do I care. Oh wait, this is Sierra's ex? Why is he here? That's like Teddy popping up on Beverly Hills. We're done with you. So Scrappy and Bam are still on the outs. Scrappy finds out that apparently she's having a baby shower with Erica and he didn't even know about it. I'm sure she told you, you just forgot. They gonna say we married to strong black women, but they mean to us. They're mean because y'all ain't shit. You ain't shit. Hell, half this problem would be solved with a damn nanny. And BK, you didn't dodge a bullet. You got publicly dumped. Sierra looked sick at the thought of being pregnant with your child. Boy, boom. Sierra, Erica, and Bambi getting together for lunch. I can sneeze from the excess of perfume from here. Meanwhile, Bambi's upset because Scrappy keeps saying he wants a divorce, and then the next day he act like he don't, but he don't apologize. Bambi said, you want it, baby, you got it. Let's get divorced. I'll take half your chicken gift card and all your mashed potatoes. See, she doesn't have any type of support. She can't be lifting her babies. If Scrap just hired 2 people, it wouldn't be an issue that he went to Miami. And I would say, honestly, 4 or maybe 6. And actually, yeah, you need 6 people, 2 on staff and 8-hour shifts. So even in the middle of the night, there are 2 people there tending to mother and babies. It's that simple. But you're too broke. That's your problem. Meanwhile, at a photo shoot across town, Omelet meets with her mother. And the way she walk in, too much attitude for this. So Omelet's mom apologizes, and now we cut to Scrappy and Bambi. This argument they're having here is letting me know I am not having kids unless I have a night nurse. You need that night nurse so you can get some damn rest if you're going to spend some time with them in the day and try to make a living. Because it seems like these babies is just up all night. And Scrappy like, I got to be in the studio. I mean, I don't know why. I really don't know why. Ain't nobody listening to your little music. Bambi right on that. Bambi's like, I don't remember when I slept, and it probably has been 6 months. So now we arguing over who paid for the store, and Bambi was there when Scrappy's lights was getting turned off. So child, Scrappy storm off because he said this is all lies. Oh God, Spice. You really gonna have your boyfriend and his bad acting say, oh, I would never want to see you grinding on anybody. Really? How did you meet her? She's Spice. It's their culture. It's what they do. It's how they dance. It doesn't mean anything. But okay, we're gonna go with this plot line because now Spice has to have something, more meaty to go with this album release. I see you. I see the business plan. I'm just not interested in the bullshit. Now we got Jock and his son's apparently friends with somebody that started a shootout in one of Jock's properties. And now the son done lost his job because of an altercation with his cousin or because his cousin had an altercation. Oh God, Jock, this isn't your best and brightest. You trying to make me look bad for a TV show. TV. Honey, he's been making a fool of himself for years. It's you who's the friend with somebody that's causing shootouts. And that's bad. Jock said, okay, I guess that's a wrap for today because I'm not going to whoop his ass on camera and end up hemmed up like Kevin Hunter when he had to sock his son. All right, so we're at the baby brunch for broken couples. Bam and Scrap arrive separately and probably won't speak during the event. However, Erica and Safari are going to have a blow up because, they need the attention. Safari ain't shit. He really gonna ask Erica to cancel her ticket to Miami and stay behind with the baby. So Safari's at the shower for 10 minutes and he said, let me shimmy on out before I say something stupid and chauvinistic. Honey, he never wanted to be your husband. He never wanted to be the father of your children. He just liked the idea of that. He wants to be famous. When you look at that man pop his pussy behind Nicki Minaj, when you watch him get that leg up behind Nicki Minaj, that's what he wants. He wants stardom, and you'll never be able to give him that, and neither will children. We got Kirk trying to cheer Scrappy on. Look, she pregnant. She going through right now. Don't quit. What's the shot? I'll see you soon for something. So tell a kid, tell a friend, tell that heifer you hate.